AITA for charging my roommate rent after her boyfriend moved in. I never thought I'd have roommate drama this intense, but here we are. My roommate Sophie and I signed a lease together last year. Rent isn't cheap, but splitting it down the middle made it manageable. For the first several months, things were fine. We had our routines, occasionally hung out together, but mostly respected each other's space. Then Sophie started dating Matt. At first, he was around every now and then weekend sleepovers, a movie night here and there. I didn't mind. Honestly, I thought it was kind of sweet. But little by little, his toothbrush showed up in the bathroom. His sneakers lined the hallway. His giant gaming chair appeared in the living room like some kind of alien invasion. Before I knew it, Matt wasn't just visiting. He was here every night. He showered in the morning, ate breakfast from our fridge, and camped out in the living room with his Xbox until late at night. My groceries started disappearing faster than usual. A gallon of milk that normally lasted me a week was suddenly gone in 3 days. Even my favorite cereal was mysteriously empty whenever I went to pour a bowl. I tried to brush it off, telling myself, it's just temporary. But temporary turned into 3 months of feeling like I was living with a guy I never agreed to. The lease only lists me and Sophie, and our landlord is notoriously strict. This is a guy who once fined a tenant for leaving a bike in the hallway overnight. If he discovers a third adult basically living here without permission, it's not going to be a polite conversation. It could mean penalties or even eviction. When I brought this up to Sophie, she rolled her eyes and said, "Matt's not officially living here, he just spends time with me." There's a difference. Except that difference vanishes when Matt showers here daily, cooks full meals, and leaves his laundry in our washer. Meanwhile, the bills don't lie. Our electricity bill spiked almost 40% last month, and when I showed Sophie the numbers, she casually shrugged. Yeah, Matt plays a lot of Xbox and streams late at night. Don't worry, he'll help around the house. Helping around the house doesn't pay the power company. I'm not made of money, and suddenly, my half of the bills feels more like I'm paying for 2 people instead of 1. Even worse, Matt treats the apartment like his man cave. He rearranged the couch to face his gaming monitor, and now the living room looks like a frat house lounge. When I tried to watch TV one night, he sighed loudly and said, "I'm in the middle of a ranked match. Can you wait?" In my own apartment. I finally decided I couldn't ignore it anymore. One evening, when Sophie and Matt were both home, I sat them down. I said as calmly as possible, "Look, this arrangement isn't working. Matt, you're here almost every night. You use utilities, eat food, take up space. If you're living here, you need to contribute financially. Rent, utilities, something." Sophie immediately bristled. "You're being dramatic. He's not living here. He just loves spending time with me. Why are you making this about money?" I replied. "Because money is exactly what's at stake. I didn't sign up to pay for an extra roommate. Our lease is in both our names, and I'm not risking eviction." Matt smirked and muttered, "Guess I'll Venmo you $1 every time I flush, huh?" I looked him dead in the eye and said, "That would actually be great, thanks." He didn't laugh. The conversation spiraled. Sophie accused me of being greedy and claimed I was trying to profit off her relationship. I told her bluntly, "I'm not profiting off anything. I'm just refusing to fund your relationship." "There's a difference." She stormed off, slamming the door to her room, and later texted me that I had ruined the vibe of the apartment. Meanwhile, Matt strutted around like he owned the place, clearly amused at how upset Sophie was. Since then, the tension has been unbearable. Matt gives me dirty looks whenever I walk into the kitchen, like I'm intruding in his home. He leaves his dishes piled in the sink, his sneakers scattered in the hallway, and once even left his wet towel draped over my desk chair. When I called him out, he smirked and said, "Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were so uptight." I've started avoiding the living room altogether. I eat dinner in my bedroom just to escape his constant gaming commentary. Sophie keeps insisting, it's not a big deal, just let it go. But it is a big deal. Our rent isn't pocket change, and I'm not comfortable paying for 2 people when I only agreed to 1. My friends are split down the middle. Half say I'm completely right. Matt is essentially freeloading, and Sophie is enabling it. The other half say I should pick my battles, that the drama isn't worth it, and that friendships are more important than money. But here's the thing. Every time I hear that Xbox controller clicking at 2 a.m., I feel my blood pressure rise. I can't help but think, this isn't what I signed up for. So Reddit, AITA for charging my roommate rent after she basically moved her boyfriend into our apartment without asking. Update. So, a lot has happened since I first posted. After reading all the comments and realizing I wasn't insane, I decided to set one final boundary. I sat Sophie down without Matt this time and told her clearly, either Matt starts paying rent and utilities or he moves out. If neither happens, I'm talking to the landlord because I'm not risking my housing for this. At first she tried the same old arguments about, he's just visiting. But when I pulled up 3 months worth of bills and pointed to Matt's shoes, gaming chair, and laundry detergent all over the place, she went quiet. Finally, she admitted Matt had been staying here full-time because his own lease ended, and he didn't want to waste money. Translation: he was freeloading off me. 2 days later, I came home to find Matt sulking while moving his stuff into Sophie's car. Turns out, he didn't want to pay a dime and told Sophie I was controlling. Sophie looked embarrassed and promised she'd cover her share going forward. For now, it's back to just the 2 of us, and the apartment already feels lighter without a third wheel hogging the Wi-Fi. So in the end, Matt's gone, Sophie's a little distant, but I can breathe again. Honestly, thank you all for convincing me I wasn't losing my mind. Reddit, final verdict, was I really the AH for refusing to fund my roommate's boyfriend? It's your turn now. Share your thoughts in the comments. If this story kept you listening, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.